close on getting losing his job as a UFC fighter. Because think about it. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, y'all, we are going over the upcoming UFC event between Serghei Spivac and Ante Delija. Before we get any further into the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe. If you guys like seeing the content like this, without any further ado, let's get into the video. Looking at Serghei Spivac's last few fights, it hasn't been looking really good for him. He recently got beat up 3 rounds by Waldo Cortes Acosta, and he lost to Serghei. He beat Derek Lewis. But it hasn't been looking really good for him. As for Ante Delija, he won his debut against Marcin Tybura, the second one. He fought him outside of the UFC, and then fought him in the UFC and won. Then also fought Waldo Cortes Acosta, got knocked out in the first round. But now, let's go over what's I think I'm gonna go over Serghei Spivac's weaknesses. Serghei Spivac's weaknesses is someone who's more athletic than him. I'm going to say that, because think about it, Waldo Cortes Acosta, he's really big, but he's really athletic. So is Serghei. I think that's his main weakness, because he beat Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis is not that athletic. I feel like the majority of his wins, maybe there's certain fighters who he beat that were athletic, but a lot of times he don't really beat people who are athletic like that. As for Ante Delija, I feel like his weakness is kind of like just letting people grab him and getting him into the clinch. I feel like that's what his main weakness is. Other than that, he seems like a good fighter. He won his debut against Marcin Tybura in the UFC. He looked pretty good, but if you look at the fight, he let him grab him in the clinch. But then he got out and just started piecing him with those 1-2s. Boom, boom, just went straight at him. And eventually got him. But then we look at his win loss against Waldo Cortes Acosta. It was kind of awkward because it looked like he won, but it was due to an eye poke, so the fight had to continue. Then after that, Waldo ended up knocking him out. It was just kind of a little awkward. But I think if he had Serghei Spivac to the list, think about it. If he beats Serghei Spivac, it's Marcin Tybura and Serghei Spivac. He might be getting closer and closer to a title shot. If he was to rematch Waldo, do I think he'll win? Absolutely not. I don't think. There's only like certain people who can beat Waldo. Maybe Curtis Blades if he fights Curtis Blades. If not, it's Serghei. Probably Serghei because Tom left the UFC. From what I heard, so he's probably gonna have to figure out how to get that way. But maybe he can beat the Waldo Cortes Acosta. Maybe it's a possibility. But just looking at Waldo Cortes Acosta. If Serghei can't beat him, I don't think nobody's beating him in the division. And maybe Alex Pereira, but even then, I don't even know if Alex Pereira can even beat him, because Alex Pereira is also planning on moving up to heavyweight, so it's kind of like a mixture. But that's for another video. Moving back to the Spivac and Delija prediction. It's tough. I think Spivac is eventually going to get kicked out of the UFC. I know I say this in a lot of my videos, but Spivac has not been looking pretty good. He may be able to freaking survive, but he can't. But he may not be able to win. I don't know what was in his mind, but when he fought Waldo, he thought he beat Waldo. I didn't think he beat Waldo Cortes Acosta whatsoever. I didn't think so at all. But what he really needs to do is find a way to get more athletic. Maybe do some high explosive burpees and maybe lift some weights, because lifting weights can help you get more athletic. Maybe that's what he needs, because he seems like his weakness is someone who's more athletic and faster than him. And he also needs to learn how to wrestle more. I think that's what he needs. He beat Derek Lewis, but anyone can submit Derek Lewis. And I feel like anybody can. He has no wrestling ability at all, so anybody can submit Derek Lewis. But can you submit someone like Waldo? Can you submit someone like maybe Serghei? I don't know that's 100%, but can you submit someone like Waldo? I don't know. And that's why I don't think Spivac has a chance on winning this fight. It's going to be a good fight. It's the heavyweight. Well, the heavyweight division has some good fights. It depends on who they match up. But I will say, the heavyweight division hasn't been looking really good. And I will say, Spivac is this close on getting on losing his job as a UFC fighter. Because think about it, he hasn't really beat nobody as of recently. He's on like a 2-fight losing streak, if I'm not mistaken. So adding a third loss, that might be a little tough. Even though they may keep him, because like how they did against Tai Tuivasa, he's still in the UFC. He's like on a 6-loss losing streak. If he still is, I don't know if they kicked him out yet, which I hardly doubt they probably did. But I just don't see Spivac winning this fight. I really don't. But now, what do I think Spivac needs to do in this fight? Spivac, for sure, he needs to figure out a way how to avoid getting knocked out, and also, hopefully in this training camp, he's doing something to make him more athletic, so he won't get beat up. Hopefully, I don't see him winning this fight at all. I see Ante Delija pulling this win off by a unanimous decision or a knockout, but that's gonna be my final prediction: Ante Delija by knockout. But that's gonna be the end of the video, guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys like seeing the content like this. And make sure, if you guys also like seeing the videos, make sure you also comment down below your predictions for the fight. But for now, I'm out. Peace. See y'all in the next one.